Jason Stamm and Max Esterhuizen here for HokieHaven.com and Rivals.com. We're here at the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C., and we know Virginia Tech's opponent. It's going to be Florida State. They came away with an 88-66, pretty, I'd say, coasted to victory pretty well over Boston College here on Tuesday afternoon. Max, you and I watched this game courtside. What were some of your takeaways, I guess, that we saw in the Florida State game?
Florida State really started off pretty slow against Boston College. Boston College tied the game at 19 halfway through the first half. And then Florida State really took control in the last 5 minutes to give themselves a 9-point cushion at the half. And they really never looked back from there. They have two great freshmen, and they both showed up in this game.
And we saw Buzz Williams and his staff sitting here on the baseline under one of these baskets watching the game throughout. I guess they were here for most of the second half. And obviously a lot that they can take in. Of course, Florida State, that win that Virginia Tech had over Florida State kind of started this 5-game winning streak that they have right now. So they're very, very familiar with this group. I guess what is, now that we've seen what Florida State has again, what does Virginia Tech really need to focus on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock?
They need to make sure they don't get full of themselves. I mean, yes, they have won 5 games in a row. They just came off a dominating win over number 7 Miami. But Virginia Tech was down 8 at the half to Florida State when they played. So they really need to be wary of how good Florida State is. They're a team that at the end of the season really underachieved a bit because they do have more talent than their record shows. So they really need to be aware just not to come in overconfident.
I really think Virginia Tech, I mean, they've got a lot of talent, but they don't have a lot of margin for error. I mean, this is a team, they've really relied on that guard play. Justin Robinson has given them a big lift off the bench. Seth Allen has played very well. He's still, a little turnover prone in spots, but looked like more and more of a leader. So Max and I will have tons of coverage here. Really, we'll be here until Virginia Tech loses or at some point, or maybe they pull off a win here win the whole thing in the ACC tournament. Max and I will be here, though, as long as Virginia Tech is. So tons of coverage coming, HokieHaven.com, and check back on our social media channels on Twitter, on Facebook. Hokie Haven, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow afternoon.